Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Casey Bell, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm sitting here looking like I'm ticked off because, you know, watching Revolution, I said, man, I can't wait for Dynamite. Then I tuned in to Dynamite and I said, what the heck am I looking at? Outside of a couple of great promos, maybe two decent matches, everything else on the show was a waste of time. You know, this is where I get on TK's case. I get on his case because the dude can book his behind off when he wants to. Then it's times where he just say, I'm taking the night off and I'm just gonna give you anything and I'm gonna call this show. And he knows that the hardcore AEW shields are gonna love it. They're gonna love it no matter what. Um Listen, I might be our AEW hardcore, but I just don't accept mediocre. I don't accept it. I do not accept mediocre buffoonish booking that makes absolutely no sense. I'll accept something if it makes sense. If it makes sense, good, put it on. But if it's mediocre buffoonish booking, oh no. No sir. And some of the stuff I seen last night, well actually early this morning, because like I said, I got in, it's so freaking late with me doing this review. I just said to myself, like, man, it's just some of the stuff that gets on my nerves about Tony Khan, because I know the dude has so much on his plate, and I believe that's one of his biggest problems. Dudes don't have to assemble a team that takes over certain things. He still has the final say, but he's going to have to assemble a team that's going to help him do what he needs to do, because some of the stuff he be doing, I don't know, it just makes absolutely no sense. Some of the decisions that came off last night's show, I wouldn't have done it. And I wouldn't have done it just because I'm trying to quote unquote give more to a certain audience. No. No, that's not how you do it. You do it and make it feel like it's genuine. Don't do it because you're trying to quote unquote fall prey to what a certain somebody said that you wasn't doing. No. I ain't accepting. I ain't accepting this buffoonish booking that you decided that you call yourself doing. So let's go ahead and break down this show. Jericho comes out, talks about how he couldn't sleep after he lost to Kingston, and he said he felt terrible. He didn't shake the man's head. He went against his word. So I'm calling the man out. Calls the man out. Dude comes out, tells the man to his face, hey, listen, I respect you, and I'm here to shake your hand. Then Kingston says, well, hold up. He said, are you really about that, right? Listen, before the matchup, I actually thought about going back to the bar and going back to when I used to be addicted. Because I said, anytime I get the opportunity to wrestle the guy who was making waves out in New Japan Wrestling, Lionheart, and the fans were starting to do the what chant. And he said, hold up. He said, y'all, this ain't my man Stone Cold, so please, so he shut that mess down. Kingston said, listen, you really want to shake my hand? Jericho said, yeah, I do. Shook the man's hand, and I thought, okay, everything's good. Then 2.0 and Daniel Garcia come running out. They come running out, and they jump to both of them. So I'm thinking, okay, so it's going to be a handicap match. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Then Santana and Ortiz, they come out, and they start beating the brakes off of Daniel in 2.0. But come to find out, all of this was a setup. Jericho started beating the brakes off of Santana and Eddie Kingston. This was all the setup because now they are working with Jericho. Then Jake Hager comes running out, and Jake Hager like, what the heck is y'all doing? Jake Hager lays out Eddie Kingston, lays out Santana Ortiz. We have now a new inner circle. They are calling themselves the Appreciation Society. TK really has this fascination about 2.0 and Daniel Garcia and all this. I'm like, if this is the route he wants to go, fine. But now the question is, who the heck Kingston and Proud and Powerful, who they gonna find? Who gonna join them? Because obviously that's what's about to happen. They finna go get to, because obviously it's 3 versus 5 right now. So, I was like, this is me. I think Jericho just needs to just go away, chill. Jericho said, no, I'm here. I got a new stable. Heel Jericho is back. I think Jericho shines as a heel. So obviously this is the right decision, but I still think he should have took a break, stay off television. Nope. He said, I got to be here. I got to show up. I got the new inner circle. I'm like, fine. It is what it is. So then we get to this Goofy Man match. I'm calling it the Goofy match because the way how it was presented. I would have been fine if Hangman would have called for the match. But the fact that it was just out of nowhere. Dante Martin is walking out and all you hear Justin Roberts say, this is for the All Elite Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm saying, why? Why? I could see if Hangman made the call. For me, I would have personally been cool with Hangman making the decision. Saying, hey, I done beat everybody. I feel good. I'm not here to celebrate. I'm here to fight. I'm a fighting champion. So you know what? Open challenge. Anybody in the back. I don't care who you are. Then Dante music goes off. But see, now you know what this does? This once again throws the ranking system out. Because I'm like, what's the whole point of the ranking system if you're going to go and have somebody who ain't even in the World Heavyweight Championship class? He's in the tag team division. Darius just got back and you go and do this. Man. And you knew the man was going to lose. I'm tired of that, man. Dante is a outstanding wrestler. I don't want to see my guy lose I don't. But they go and do this because that's the typical. You got to have no, forget all that. Forget that. Hangman retains his championship as if we didn't know he was. Dante walks off. Tony Schiavone's in the ring with the man. He said, hey, Dante, get your butt back here. Listen, I know you and Darius are going to be going for the tag team titles, but listen, as long as I'm champion, if you want to wrestle me, you can because, man, you hit hard. I'm like. So as he's talking, Adam Cole come walking out and interrupts him and tells him, listen, I want another shot, but I don't want that shot right now. I want to face you in another 6-man tag team match because you do know that I am the reason why you're still champion right now. I showed the world why I'm the better Adam. So therefore, you go find you true jabronis next week. We're going to have a 6-man tag team match. I got my 2 boys who've been living rent-free in your head. So the moment he said living rent-free, everybody automatically went to the Young Bucks. I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking too. But I'm like, well, the Young Bucks and Adam Cole ain't seeing us eye to eye right now. So I don't know how that's going to work. So now Adam Paige got to go find 2 clowns to go work with him. I'm sitting up here like, didn't we just see this? For me, I told y'all, man, if you're going to do the rematch, spread it out. Don't give it to me back to back. Because I seen it and now I got to see it. Chill it out. Chill. Make the stuff, move it on. Let me get time to breathe before you get back into the ring with the same guy you just wrestled. Like I said, I don't roll like that, man. I just don't. So that's it. So anyway, then we get this match. Now this match was pretty dope. We got Moxley versus Moxley and Bryan Danielson with their new manager William Regal taking on the Workhorsemen JD and Anthony Henry. This is a pretty good tag team match. I still watching it. Moxley and Bryan still need to get that chemistry that they need. And obviously that's what William Regal's there for. So obviously they won the match. William Regal got on the mic and cut a very emotional promo. I did not know that him and Tony Schiavone used to work together because I don't watch WCW back in the day. Remember, I didn't start watching wrestling until 1998. So the man said that they've been tight since 29 years. So, so 93. 93, because if it's 29 years, it's 29 years now. 30 years will be next year. So that's when they first met. They first met in WCW back in 1993. If he said if it's 29, yeah, because next year will be 30 years. So, and he got very emotional talking about him. Then he started talking about, because he talked about his relationship with him and Brian. And then he talked about his relationship with Moxley and how he can relate to Moxley because he too had a drinking problem. The one thing about AEW I give them props is when they tell their promos, they put the realization in their promo. That's what makes their promos you relate. Well, I can't relate because I never drink, but you can feel what they're saying because they putting real life issues into the promo. When you run over to the other company, everything is scripted to the T. These cats actually get bulletin points on what they're going to say, and TK allows them to put real life issues in the promo that they're cutting. That's when you can feel everything they're saying. So obviously for me, at the segment with William Regal afterwards, it was great. So now I'm looking forward to what are they planning on doing with these two. I don't know. I have no clue. But I'm here for it. So if it's a positive I can take away, it's this right here. So then, backstage, Alex Marvez is talking to Hangman in the Dark Order, and he walks up to the Dark Order and he apologizes about the situation that took place at the show. And so John Silver's like, yeah, so which one of the two of us are you going to pick? And everybody in the group, like, they throwing around different matchups and different partners. And he said, guys, I want to let y'all know, I talked to Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and they're going to roll with me. They're going to be my tag team partners. And he left Dark Order standing there looking dumb again. If I'm the Dark Order, I'm leaving this dude. Hangman continues to showcase why he's not really the real leader of the Dark Order. He's not. He is not the leader of the Dark Order. He ain't. He was the unofficial leader after Brody Lee passed. But he's not the leader. And these cats need to understand, like, this dude ain't really down with y'all. Y'all might think he is, but he ain't. So, if I'm the Dark Order, I'm like, I'm not messing with Hangman no more. I'm finna keep moving. So, then we get this matchup. We got Yuta versus Pac. I think this was just a matchup that they needed just to kill time. Really didn't get no storyline going. This is basically, I mean, yeah, OC and all the clowns was out there, Dan House and everybody, but they really didn't do anything. It was just put this match on, showcase what Yuta got. You know what Pac gonna bring to the table, but yeah, it was okay. I really didn't care nothing about it, but. So after the match, Pac wins. We cut to the back. Adam Cole, Red Dragon, and the Bucks are talking, and Brandon Cutler is recording. And Adam Cole says, I have already got my two guys. I got my two good friends. Now, anybody, as he's talking, everybody automatically assuming he's talking about the Bucks. Matt, I believe it was Matt. Matt interrupts and said, listen, with all due respect, Adam, we're not touching Hangman. We let Hangman go. We let Hangman do this thing. We're not. Adam Cole looked at him and said, wait, you thought I was talking about y'all? I'm talking about my boys right here, Red Dragon. So, I don't know where, obviously the tension is right there. Y'all do know that what this is going to lead to. It's going to lead to a 6-man tag team match. It's going to be Adam Cole, Red Dragon versus the Bucks and a return to Kenny Omega when he finally shows up. But somehow, some way, Don Callis, a.k.a. Don the Clown, is going to be the orchestrator of all this. Because obviously he's back in the picture because he showed up at Revolution. So, we'll see how that stuff works. Then, after Woodwork, in the back, FTR just magically fires Tully Blanchard. They was cutting a promo. Dax was talking about his daughter and his wife and all of this. And Tully Blanchard just got up in their face and said, listen, I told y'all when you roll with me, you win championships. I told y'all you become the best tag team on the planet. I was trying to get y'all to win it for a second time. Dax grabbed the man and said, listen, Tully, yeah, we did it your way, but your way has basically got us looking like punks right now. So Cash got in the middle of him and said, look, hold up, man. Listen, no disrespect to you, Tully, but you got to go. You're fired. And I'm like, oh. Don't know where this is going, but now you know what this tells me. This tells me that the Pinnacle is no more. I thought that they was going to do something big with the Pinnacle when they brought them together. Now it's only 4 members left. MJF, Shawn Spears, Cash, Dax. That's it. Tully's gone, and you already know what happened with Warlow. So then we got, this the one thing too. I noticed. Remember what I told y'all. The pacing and timing was off, because if you notice that they was just jumping and everybody was all already in the ring. They was just jumping from scene to scene. It wasn't really like they didn't let stuff just gradually ride together. It was like they were so pressed for time because they was trying to present so much stuff, trying to present quote unquote new storylines, but they really was pressed for time because you trying to get all of this. You could have, everything didn't need to be on the show. Like I say all the time, everybody don't need to be on the show. You don't need to have everybody on the show. TK keeps doing this. This is what I don't like. I've been seeing this too much. Everybody does not need to be on the show. Some of this stuff you could have held off until next week. You could have just focused on the things that you needed to focus on. But instead, you trying to focus on 50 different things at one time. No. Cut it in half. Focus on 25 and then call it a day. Then you do the other 25 next week. We trying to focus on 50 million different things, and everything is trying to ride, and it's not riding gradually. This is what I always say. Timing and pacing is the key with AEW. And if those things are off, your show is going to be hot garbage. I hate to say it, but I'm the only one that's saying it. Nobody wants to tell the truth because we're so blinded by what he does one week and then another week, and then we just sit up and say, hey, it's great. No, it's not. We got to quit with this. This is why I tell y'all, I'm not an AEW shield. I might be a hardcore fan of AEW, but I'm not chilling for this company. I just won't. I keep it real. I keeps it real so when people listen to my content, they can say, you know what? This guy is not an AEW. What's the terminology they're using? An AEW sexual, whatever you want to call it. I might favor AEW over WWE, but I'm not an AEW sexual. I don't, gargle the foolishness that they do and act like everything is great. No. I watch this stuff and I keep it real. I'm a realist watching this stuff. AEW is an excellent wrestling show, but a lot of times they put a lot of stuff on that's very mediocre. And somebody in the community got to say something. We can't be sitting up here just taking it in, thinking that they presenting something great, and it's not. You got to tell TK the truth. Listen, this fool trying to run so many different things at one time. It's like, no, bro, you gonna have to chill. Now this fool finna try to run Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor need to be a separate thing. Ring of Honor don't need to be nothing like AEW. Ring of Honor need to be Ring of Honor. Then if you want to do a super show, then you gradually bring everybody together. But as of right now, nah. So we get this stuff. Matt Hardy pretty much was having a voters contest with everybody. It was an emergency AHFO meeting. And he was saying, listen, this stuff ain't working. If y'all don't want me to be in the group, vote me down. And Butcher and the Blade, Jose, Andrade, they all thumbs down. Now, he kept talking about his kids, his proteges, which is Private Party. Now, they had their thumbs up, but then they automatically switched up. And Matt Hardy got jumped by all the members. He got jumped by everybody. So, as he get beat, the crowd start, talking about Hardy, because everybody in their mind thinking, okay, Jeff in the back, he coming. Sting and Darby Allin come out. They come out and they quote unquote try to lay out everybody, but then they start getting jumped. Then the music goes off. I don't know how TK did it. TK got the rights to the Hardy Boys music, the music that you always heard in WWE land. Jeff Hardy got the music going, dancing out there. Man, Hardy was getting jumped. He come out there, he started slaying everybody. He started slaying, and it helped Sting and Darby, and they laid everybody out. And then after that, man, Hardy and Jeff hugged and embraced each other. Jeff Hardy is officially All Elite Wrestling. This was an excellent spot. I enjoyed it. It's good to see Jeff. Jeff looks like he's in excellent shape. Like I said, we do know we getting one more AEW title run. We getting one more tag team championship run with them. I don't think it's happening right now, but y'all do know it's happening. It's going to happen. So you might as well book it in right now. So right after that, see, like I said, everything just bounced right in the back. Tony Schiavone talking to Swerve. Swerve tried to cut a promo, gets interrupted by Tony Nese. Now, obviously, these two got some serious chemistry and they got some serious beef because they've been wrestling each other since WWE days. And they talked about, hey, I used to wrestle you on Friday. You want to wrestle me again this up-and-coming Rampage? So, the Swerve said, yeah. He said, first of all, Tony, this ain't your house. You know who house this is. And sure, I'll take your behind. He said something. He said something about I'm gonna kick your behind or something like that. Listen, you got two excellent wrestlers, so I'm looking forward to this match. I want to see it. I told y'all, I want to see how this young man is going to be booked. I want to see how he's going to be presented. It's all about presentation. Yes, you got us on the show, but presentation is the key when it's concerning us. And sometimes the way how a lot of times how we being presented, it ain't up to par. It's decent, but it ain't up to par. It could be a whole lot better. So we're gonna see how that works. Then we get to the best part of the whole show. So Tony Schiavone, the ring. Listen, Tony Schiavone be working. They work that dude like crazy. Tony Schiavone in the back. Then he back in the ring. They got him running all over the place. Listen, he in the ring. Wardlow comes out. He interviews Wardlow, and Wardlow cuts one of the best promos I've ever heard him cut. Talks about how he grew up poor. Talks about how his mom had to raise him and his two older sisters and all of this. And he says, I always put other people's visions before mine. And yes, MJF did take me in, and I pretty much was helping him with his vision, whatever he was trying to do. But I'm here to say I don't give a dang about nobody. I don't give a dang about MJF. I don't care about nobody because from this point on, everybody's living in Wardlow's world. And I guarantee you, I'm taking that TNT championship no matter who has it, no matter if it's Scorpio Sky, no matter if it's Sammy, I'm going to become the next TNT champion. And then he called out everybody. He said, I'm taking over everybody in AEW because now everybody is living in Wardlow's world. Listen, you got a star on your hand. That man is on fire. And it's unfortunate what's going to take place, man. But my man is on fire. He is look, you talk about babyface through and through. I'm ready. I'm ready for this babyface run that we getting ready to be on. He's over. He a big man. He's over. And it's genuine. I said, see, this is what I want with everybody else. Genuinely over. Kudos, man. Excellent. Then we cut to the back. QT Marshall is trying to drag Keith Lee over into his possession. He's trying to get him to join his faction. Keith Lee looked at him and said, look, I basically destroyed everybody in Team Taz. Now you want me to come join you. He said, I'll pass. QT Marshall said, you don't mark me like that. You don't drop me like that. Obviously, the matchup has been made, so these two going to get tangled up on Rampage. I expect Keith Lee to eat this dude up for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. 1, 2, 3. So that's that. Then we get to this matchup. Boy, it's one of the, it's like we go from great promo at the great promo, and then we get to this mess right here. TK, quit booking the Acclaim to be jokes. And when I mean jokes, I'm talking about in the ring. The gimmick is over like a mug. They are over. These cats are over. Man, I've become such a huge fan of the Acclaim that it seems like every time I see them, Max cut his rap. Bowen says what he says. He says whatever city they in, the Acclaim have arrived and all this. Then they get in the ring and they get jumped. And I'm like, they have done their dues. When are you going to start booking them as a legit contender for the AEW Tag Team Champions? Don't just throw them in a match with the champs and you know they're going to lose. I'm tired of this foolishness. But people say, hey, listen, everybody don't watch Dark. Everybody don't watch Elevation. I'm not here when the foolishness is on. And I'm not going to waste my time and go and watch that stuff. Give me them winning on Rampage. Give me them winning on Dynamite. So it would make more sense when they challenge for the titles. Because when you keep doing what you do, you get the result of what happens. Apparently, after the match, people was booing the Jurassic Express. How the heck is the babyface getting booed when it should be the heels, and the heels keep losing like they baby faces? It's TK, you got the Acclaim, they are over as heck, and you keep doing this. I gotta see my guys get reasonable wins on Rampage and Dynamite. Not no garbage Dark, because I don't look at that foolishness, man. I know some of y'all gonna be mad as heck when I say that. I don't look at Dark. I ain't got time for it, because I'm out. I don't have time for looking at that stuff. But it don't mean nothing. All these fools that be winning on Dark don't mean a goddamn thing. Yeah, you can go on there, fine. Go on Dark, but that don't mean nothing. They got to get a win on Rampage. They got to get a win on Dark. I mean, they got to get a win on Dynamite. And it's going to mean that much more. But when you keep bringing them on, they say what they say. And obviously they lying. Because when they say what they say, and then they don't back it up. They don't back it up. And they look like complete clowns. I was like, man, come on. That's how I said, man, TK. They did listen. They done. They do. How many times do you have to book them for a Rampage or a Dynamite and you know they're not going to win? I'm tired of this foolishness, man. My cats got to start getting reasonable wins on Rampage and Dynamite. So when the time comes for them to eventually get them, you're going to say, you know what? Now I actually, believe that TK might do the right thing for a change. No, this fool keep doing this foolishness because I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing, and I'm going to talk about what he's doing when I get to the main event. But that's it. So now we get to Jade Cargill. Obviously, Jade went there because you could tell this was taped directly after the matchup she had with Taya on Revolution. She says now that she's going to incorporate, because now that she's 30-0, she has an upcoming match that she's going to be 30-0. And obviously she's going to incorporate this new thing now where she kisses people and it's called the so-called kiss of death or whatever. Whatever. So then we get this number one contenderships match. Man, Layla and Thunder didn't have any type of chemistry whatsoever. This had to be the worst match for both of them. They didn't have no type of chemistry whatsoever. It just seemed like they just went out there. They did what they had to do. Obviously everybody knew Thunder was winning. But I watched this match and I said, nah, I ain't feeling nothing from this. The fact that TK threw it together. See, this is what I'm saying. It seems like TK is... I don't know. Like, please, man. When it comes to the girls, man, please put more forth for effort. Like, I don't know, cause I'm watching this and I'm like, I said, man, they don't have no type of chemistry whatsoever. It just seemed like they was just out there just grappling and then turned around and Thunder Rosa won as if we didn't know she was winning. I would. I mean, they. Well, like I said, man, I was looking forward to Thunder and Britt until that dumb man tag team match they had before Revolution, and it seems like now the so-called Thunder of this whole feud just feel like it's just flew up in flames. I'm like, man, you would think I would be like, I'm ecstatic. We getting Thunder versus Britt in a steel cage. I'm just looking for the final result. I ain't even really looking for the matchup because I don't expect nothing from these two. The best they did was the lights out match. And I'm not really expecting. Look, we know we're going to get shenanigans because obviously Jamie and Rebel is going to be locked out the cage. But somehow, someway, they're going to find a way to get in there. But I'm just looking forward to Thunder winning. Because the moment she wins, Now TK has absolutely no, like, he right now he got to go off. It's I'm not accepting no mediocre with the women, period. As we bring in these new girls that's coming through, Thunder Rosa's title run got to be off the chain. It got to be off the chain. You can't be playing games no more. You cannot be playing games anymore, TK. You can't. We want the women on the same playing field as the fellas. We want everybody to be on the same playing field. Don't matter who they are. Everybody make everything matter. It gotta matter. Because if you're just throwing stuff, just throw stuff on TV, cats gonna be like, you know what, man, I can look at some other stuff. So I'm glad, man. I like one of the good things I gotta say there is I'm actually happy that I don't watch wrestling live unless it's a pay-per-view. Like I said, I gotta actually be off in order to watch wrestling live. I'm glad I don't watch it because I'm pretty sure I know I'll be ready to turn stuff off. I'm like, and then y'all already know I can't stand commercials. So I'm not finna look at that stupid, man, picture by picture. Picture by picture is the worst. It is the absolute worst. It's one of the worst things that kills Dynamite and Rampage. I hate it. Y'all might as well just go to commercial. Don't turn that little thing into a box and you want me to focus on the little box and then looking at these garbage man commercials that's playing. No, just go to commercials, show the stupid commercials, then come back. No. So, backstage, Tony got Tony Schilvani run. He's sitting with the fellas, and then run. I'm like, they got him working. Talking to Britt. Britt said, look, I'm the champion. I'm going to be forever be the champion. And ain't nobody trying to see no riff-raff like Thunder Rosa. You ain't never getting this championship. She pretty much said she's losing next week. She said they got to have a steel cage match to keep my girls out. Please, I'm still going to win. No, you're not. Your title reign is coming to an end. They just let you showcase the new championship 1 week. That's all. Because next week, you're losing it. It's a wrap. So, the end of the end of DMD is over, folks. It's time. Thunder Rosa is finna carry the tune. Everybody in the back, this is what's cold for you. Better get ready. You better get ready because Thunder Rosa not playing. Now, like I said, I hope she's 100% okay. I hope she's okay. She went out there and wrestled Layla, and like I said, the matchup just fell flat. But we're her winning that championship. Cat's got to be on the same playing field because Thunder Rosa will leave you behind. She will. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. So we get to the main event. Now, a lot of people would think I would be extremely happy because TK just gave us a second black champion. I'm going to be 1,000% with y'all because some of y'all probably gonna be calling me all kind of crazy names after I say what I'm about to say. If Scorpion Sky was booked strong, if he was getting reasonable wins on Dynamite and Rampage, then I would have said, okay, I would have had no problem with him taking the championship off of Sammy. None whatsoever. And people going to say, well, he's winning on Dark and Elevation. I told y'all, Dark and Elevation don't mean a goddamn thing. Don't mean nothing. It doesn't. It's called Dark for a reason. I would have been cool if Sky was getting wins on Dynamite. Who's getting wins. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say TK still got to learn how to book us right. Some of y'all ain't peeping the game when I say this. This is the buffoonish stuff that I see that a lot of y'all in the IWC don't catch. Y'all get caught up in little tokenism real fast. TK's on notice with Scorpion Sky's title run. Was this match great? This is the best match on the whole show. Because you know Sammy Guevara gonna go out his way and have an outstanding match no matter who he's in the ring with. Sometimes his matches may fall flat, but him and Scorpion Sky was great. Then especially with all the shenanigans going on with Paige being coming through, and then Taya was out there to support her man, all that crazy stuff. But matchup was great. Best match on the whole show. But I told y'all, when I see us on the show, I want us to feel genuine. I don't want no tokenism. I don't want you to put championships on us just so you can say, look, are you happy now? Forget all that bullshit. That's the crap that go on in WWE land. I don't want you to bring this foolishness over in the AEW land. I don't want the tokenism. Forget it. I want us to feel like it's genuinely that we got it for real because it's a genuine thing and not a pandering thing or a publicity thing or a political thing. I don't want that, man. No. But I'm telling you right now, Scorpion Sky is your new TNT champion. TK got 2 months to give me an outstanding title run with Scorpion Sky. And I hope he allows him to come back and say what he used to say when he was in SCU. This is the worst town I've ever been in. If he starts saying that again, then I can get behind this. I want to see it. Because I can say, man, like I said, when I see us on the show, man, I want to see cats that actually genuinely look like they belong on the show. Not just throwing us some token stuff so you can shut us up. No, I don't want to see all that. No. Like I said, Sky got it. He won. Sammy gave it up. They got screwed. Sammy got screwed. Taya got beat down by Paige. Paige signed a new contract. Wrote it on top of Paige's behind. So obviously that's going to be a new matchup. So now Taya going to have to put Paige over. So hopefully Paige... Listen, I'm going to have to see her wrestle. You know, I know she did the UFC stuff, but I'm going to have to see her wrestle. If she can wrestle, fine. But listen, like I said, man, some of y'all going to be real ticked off with me. I've told y'all, man, I've been watching wrestling way too long, and I've been peeping the game. It don't matter what wrestling company is. For some strange reason, cats have a difficult time trying to book us. For some, I don't know why it's that. It's like they do one thing, then they do something else. Scorpion Sky, I wish he was getting wins on Dynamite and Rampage. Then I could have been behind it because I said, okay, it makes sense for him to beat Sam. Not this, oh, he only winning on Elevation and Dark. No. Forget all that. Because some of us don't look at that stuff. Some of y'all watch that stuff religiously, not me. I don't have time for Elevation. I don't have time for Dark. I want cats like us to get reasonable wins on Rampage and Dynamite. You did that with everybody else. But see, with us, we always coming on here losing to everybody. See, the only time we win is when we beating our own selves. Then you go and do this just so you can shut up cats like me. No. Scorpion Sky title run got to be one of the best TNT title runs out there. I'm giving them 2 months. So obviously you know it's going to take place. Next week, we getting Scorpion Sky versus Warlow. So you already know the outcome. Warlow getting ready to get screwed. MJF is going to cost him. It's already set up. You know it's going to happen. Listen, I know some of y'all, especially some of y'all in my AEW fan, I know y'all finna be mad at me. But I'm telling you like I see it. And for some strange reason, TK do something like he I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, y'all act like I want to come on here and destroy this dude. I don't want to come on here and destroy him. I'll give him the props. Y'all saw me give him props on Revolution. Then we turn around and we come back here and then he give us this. No. Mediocre wrestling. Man, I'm telling you, man, some of the stuff I'll be looking at, I just be like, I don't know. I try my best to watch it as a wrestling fan, and I see what I'm seeing, and some of the stuff just is like, what is this? What kind of filth is this? What kind of foolishness is this? You want me to be happy? You want me to be happy because some dumb stuff like this? No. I don't want pandering, man. Forget the pandering. That's the foolishness that go in WWE land. Scorpion Sky title run better be off the chain. I'm serious. It better be off the chain. I ain't accepting no foolishness. I ain't accepting no stupid stuff. It better be off the chain. I want to see it. I want to see this young man. Listen, kudos to TK for doing this, but I wish he would allow Scorpion Sky to get some reasonable wins on the show. So it would have meant something. listen, it's a whole lot of black folk and black wrestling Twitter that's going completely crazy because they're like, oh look, see, I'm like, no, no, I don't tick like that. I don't tick like that. I see it and I see it and I see through what's going on. I see what's going on. I'm like, no, no. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. We gonna see. 2 months. Two months. So obviously I got him making it through what's his name? Double or Nothing. 2 months. 2 months. 2 months. 2 months up and he ain't doing nothing. Just sitting up in the skybox looking goofy, hanging out with Dan Lambert, old goofy behind, and Ethan Paige and not Paige and her husband and all this. Forget all that goofy stuff. It's time for the real. It's time to see if TK really give a damn. Because we already know what he's doing with Jade. Now, this new Kiss of Death stuff, I don't know. I don't know about that. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Moving forward, we're going to see how Scorpion Sky's TNT title run is. Because if it's mediocre, I'm only blaming one guy. I ain't blaming Sky. Some of y'all going to say, no. It's always about the booking. And like I said, for some reason, cats that don't look like us don't absolutely have no idea how to book us. They don't. They act like they don't. I'm serious. Serious. I'm saying TK is on. I'm telling you, I got him on notice. Some of y'all don't put him on notice because y'all too busy eating up everything he throw out there and y'all think it's great. It's not. It ain't. It's mediocre. Like I said, a couple of segments. I told you what Cole said. I said this was the best match on the whole show. Scorpion side, Sammy tore up the house, and then the scene where Sammy basically jumped through. He did the flip through the table, messing himself up. You know Sammy Crazy is the best of bug. You know he a cuckoo clock. Doing all this crazy stuff. Scorpion Sky better have an outstanding title run. I'm serious. He better. This clown TK is on notice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my AEW review, post-revolution show. This is the fallout. Like I said, I know I'm about to get some people that's going to be upset with me, and I look like I give a crap. Nope. Hit the comment section up. Tell me why I'm tripping. Tell me why I'm reaching. Tell me why I'm on some bull jive. Hit the comment section up and do it in a respectful manner. And I'll tell you why I feel the way. I just told you exactly where I feel. Like I said, I ain't bashful, man. Some of y'all don't. I told y'all, man. I'm not like everybody in the IWC. I don't have to curse to sound like everybody. I don't have to scream and yell and be tripping. No. My name is KC Phil, King Self for Life Wrestler Takes. That's my name. That's how I do over here. I keep it real on my channel. If y'all ain't feeling it, y'all know exactly what to do. But if you new to this channel and you think, man, this cat is actually speaking some facts and he's actually an AEW fan that's not biased about the company, man, let me give this dude a follow. Let me subscribe to this cat. Come on through. I welcome all newcomers. I welcome everything. I welcome it all. Like I said, if you disagree with me, always hit the comment section up. I tell y'all every day, be respectful. You ain't gotta cuss me out. You ain't gotta call me out my name, but be respectful and tell me exactly why I'm tripping. Why? Explain yourself in the comment section, because I just explained myself why I thought this episode was mediocre. I told you the good spots of the show, the good parts of the show, but for the majority of the show was mediocre as heck. Very mediocre. I'm like, we coming off a pay-per-view. You supposed to come in hot. Yeah, Jeff Hardy part, excellent. Wardlow part, great. Regal's part, excellent. Main event, good. But that's it. Everything else, I'm like, okay, it's it's just there to be there. Stuff that shouldn't even be on the show. Stuff like, no, it should be. Anyway, man, I've been talking way too long. I got to get out of here. I got to get ready for bed because I got to get right back up for work. I'll talk to y'all cats for Rampage. Hopefully Rampage is 1,000% better and I can give you a Shield review. I just like to put that there. This your boy Casey King said for life. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.